Hi guys, Caleb here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I thought it would be kind of cool to go on a makeup video today. I hardly do these on my YouTube channel, but when I do, I feel like they get a lot more views than my other videos. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a cut crease today. I already did my face prep. I have done the primer, but I'm going to go in with some moisturizer. I have some lotion here and I'm just going to go along the face and just moisturize it real quick. I got the primer done and everything, so I could just jump right into it because I need to get somewhere in like an hour or two. So, and this lotion smells absolutely amazing. I put primer and then moisturizer on my face to make sure my face is in pretty good condition before I apply my makeup, because you don't want that that dry, like crusty makeup look after like all day. You want it to like let it sit nice and everything, and make sure it looks natural, unless you're like doing drag. But as many of you guys may know, I am a training cosmetologist. I graduate next month, so, and they don't really go into depth a lot about makeup at where I go. So everything I've learned was from trial and error or from YouTube when I first started. And so it's all about like, when people do makeup, they expect it to be the same. Like everybody has their own like unique routines for makeup, and so I kind of had to just build it off of like trial and error, and I feel like I've improved a lot since I first started. I used to draw my eyebrows with like stick liner. Don't ask me why, I have no clue. Okay, so I got my face moisturized and primed. Primer was before this. So I'm going to go in with the number 7 Beautifully Matte Full Coverage Foundation. A lot of people have been asking what I use for foundation because they say it's full coverage, and I'm like, it's really nothing special. I got this from Walgreens, honestly. The only thing special about my makeup is my palettes, and I have Morphe palettes for that. But yeah, this is all I use for my foundation, the number 7 foundation, or N7 foundation, I don't know what it's called. But I love it. It works absolute miracles. So I'm going to go in with applying that to my face. And I start with my cheeks all the time. I don't know why, and I have a mirror right in front of me too. I start with my cheeks, and then I actually rub it out. People say to pat, not to rub. I do both. I rub it on, but then I pat it out to evenly distribute out that foundation. And I feel like it's a lot easier because if your skin's like really like, if like you wear a lot of makeup like I do, you have a lot of like acne and everything. I rub it to spread it, and then I pat it to set it out. People do one or the other. I do both, honestly. I don't see the point of doing one or the other, but that's just my honest opinion. And people have their own ways of doing makeup, but I just feel like it's easier to do that. And see, look at that. That's full coverage compared to that. This foundation is a miracle, and I had a skin test. They have like a skin tester that they put up against your face, and it matches you with the foundation. I highly recommend you guys get that if you guys don't know the shade of foundation that you guys use. Because it helps. I thought I was like a darker color, and I used to wear super dark foundation and everything, or super pale foundation because I didn't know my skin tone for sure. And let me tell you, it was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. I had like a color light line that was like, I tried blending it out and it still looked discolored, and I'm like, why can't I ever get my like skin tone? And it was because I was using the wrong shade of foundation, and it makes a huge difference. So let me get some of that applied to my eyelid. I apply some eye primer to my eyelid too, but I apply foundation to it again and get that blank slate. Cause like the face, I like getting my face all the same color before I do anything. And I feel like it's a lot easier because you can actually see like where you need to. And it's a lot easier when your skin's clear to actually see where you're applying makeup. Some people like apply makeup to like oily, like acne, I don't know, acneated skin, I don't know. But I feel like that's harder because you can't see where the makeup is applying because those bumps and those acne spots are showing through. Some people do it with facial hair. Some people like, yeah, do makeup with facial hair. Like Manny MUA, he is a great makeup artist, but he has a beard, and I'm like, I cannot rock that, but he rocks it like no other. I honestly like having a clean shaved face because I feel like my chin, not gin, is really like defined, and I feel like with my shaved face and everything, it looks a lot cleaner. And when I do selfies, that like a soft skin, look is really important to me. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go this with the forehead, and I just use one pump per face, 1, 2, and 3, and then I just spread it out throughout my face though. So, and you always want to blend it up with your hairline. People just kind of do their outer shape and then they pat it. Go into the hair a little bit because your hair will cover that up, but it'll blend in like it's your normal like fade of like skin. And I always do that because my hair ends up covering my hairline anyway. So it's always good. Okay, and I wore falsies yesterday, and they absolutely looked amazing. I'm gonna just go in with a little bit more. They did absolutely look amazing. I love when I wear falsies because my eyes just pop a lot more, and considering I never wear falsies, like when I do, they're like, whoa, you know, like what's going on with Caleb today? So it's always fun to do a little bit extra. I have a drag performance coming up, actually September 7th, so I got like some really dramatic lashes for my drag performance. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, I got all my face foundationed out. um, and I'm not gonna do a skin powder yet. I'm gonna go in with my concealer, which is CoverGirl and it's Natural Ivory by CoverGirl. And you always want to go like a half a shade or a whole shade lighter than your skin tone when doing a concealer, because that concealer has to be light to conceal those dark spots of your skin. If you do something close to your natural like foundation skin tone or whatever, it's not going to work out because it's going to show through like natural skin. So let me just do this. And I always apply to my under eyes first. I don't know why. I always have that routine of just going my under eyes. And with drag, oh my gosh, you use so much concealer. Like, you bake the face, you conceal everything. And it looks good, but I just don't do it every day. And I conceal the base of my eyelids too, because that's where the eyeshadow is going to be focused. And it's hard to not get them on your bottom lashes. Like, I always get that. Okay, and I do my under eyes first. Oh my gosh, I look like a ghost. And like I said, for those of you who asked me to do makeup before my channel, I haven't wanted to because I was afraid my camera quality wouldn't be that good, but looking at it, it actually is really not that bad. Like, I'm kind of proud with how my camera is. The phone I had before this was so crappy. Like, I tried doing a makeup look and it had like pixels on it. Like, it was pixelated and I hated it. That's why I was afraid to make any more makeup videos on my YouTube channel because of that. So it was really bad and I hated it. Okay, the next parts I'm gonna have to do later. So, oh wait, I forgot the Cupid's bow. Okay, this is the parts where I conceal. I start with my chin and I blend it out. And when you blend it out, you want to make sure the outer corners are blended out. Then you blend the inside and then go out with it to make it look. So I blend the inside and then I slowly pat outwards, but I don't go too far. I just want to make sure I'm getting all that like evenly distributed. And for those of you who do use concealer, some people use a lot, like they conceal their whole face. I personally, I would share some tips of advice with you guys. If you guys like conceal your whole face, you're not gonna have that variation of skin tone, like that natural highlight underneath your highlight. So like if you have like your concealer down here on your cheeks or whatever, that natural skin tone with your foundation is gonna just be blended out with concealer. And I feel like, cause like right here, like when you blend it out, that's gonna be that highlight underneath, like glittered highlight. And so if you put concealer all the way down here, it's gonna look like your face is all pale. And I've seen people do that, but I don't know. I don't do that. I've tried that, and I look like a complete like white canvas. So I only conceal like I try to get as close to the eye as possible. But if you have to blend it out, you need to go a little farther out, you know. But I try to stay in with that section of blending, and then I don't try to go out too far because I don't want to get that whole white face look. And if it gets too sticky, because the concealer can get a little sticky, I tap it with my finger on the outer edges to blend that out. And then I go in with the Beauty Blender again to just kind of smooth that out. Because sometimes a lot of concealer can make your skin like sticky. And you can use like another part of the sponge too if you need to. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. Okay, so now that concealer's semi-blended out, what's up with this? That kind of looks okay. Why does it look like this concealer's not blended right here? It is blended, trust me. I don't know why it's like that. Okay, maybe it's just my under eyes. Okay. Now I got that concealer on. I'm gonna go in with my brows. I do my brows next, mainly for the reason I want to just have that, like, I feel the brows complement the face the most. That's why I love doing my brows first, because that way I have like that arch and I have those defined, so I know where to work from there. If you're doing that, like the eyeshadow, like I like outlining my brows at least before I do anything else, because it gives that like line where I have to stop, you know. I can see visually more clearly with my eyebrows done before I start anything else. I'm gonna get a brush for that. I'm trying to find my brow brush. Okay, well I couldn't find it last time. This is where I bring out one of my Morphe palettes. The Morphe Dare to Create palette, I use this a whole lot, literally. But I use the browns. I use these browns for my brows. The lighter one and those two darker ones. And because my hair is naturally brown and dark brown, I tend to do, if you have like dark hair, I use this one, I dab it in the dark one, the light one, and then the other one. And I just kind of eye it out. Like you can eye as much of each color as you need in order to get your brows a certain color. Like I said, I start out by outlining them. And I feel like that works the best. Some people just kind of just paint them on and fill them in like nobody's business, but I'm like, I'd have to get that outline and to get more of a definition to my brow. And so yeah, I'm kind of glad that I'm doing this YouTube video, because a lot of people have been wondering how I do my brows, or how I do this or how I do that, and I'm like, it's really super hard to explain. So when I do it on a YouTube video, they can all see like how I do it step by step. So it's always good to do this. Like I said, I rarely go on makeup tangents on my YouTube channel, but when I do, I try to do a little bit. I try to do a really cool look. Okay, and then I go up with a lighter color, and I just do the inner corners. when you do the inner corner, do not like paint it on like the rest of your brow. I try to just go with the hair to make it look more natural. Don't worry, I conceal them after, so they look a little bit better. Okay, so one brow done. And so like I said, like I really like to have those dark definition brows, so I put them dark towards the end and then I just lighten it up a little bit towards the inner corner. And like I said, I'll conceal it and I'll blend it out a little bit more after the fact. Let me get my palette picked up so I can pick it up and do this. So like I said, I love doing my brows first before that. Oh, one thing I was wanting to a topic I wanted to hit on was the liquid foundation. I've never tried any of that. And I heard, I used to sell for Unique Makeup. I actually currently am enrolled for it. I'm just inactive right now. So, their liquid foundation is literally the best. I haven't like got it personally, but I tried someone's that, who is selling, my friend who's selling for it as well. And it absolutely worked really well. Like the liquid, it turns into like a powder, so it turns into like a skin-friendly like mineral powder, like that blends in with your skin. It's not liquidy, so it doesn't like show oil throughout the day. And I love it, absolutely love it. So yeah. Oh. But yeah, if you guys want, like, comment down below like what your favorite makeup product is and like what your favorite makeup line is. Mine happens to be my favorite makeup line is Morphe, mainly for their palettes. Oh my gosh, their palettes are amazing. I love their pigments and their amount. Like, I love their pigmented shadows. They're so amazing. One brow is thicker than the other. I'll have to make the other one then. And I kind of like this one brow better because I love it thicker. So I'll try this one over here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to conceal them because I have to clean up the outer edge before I do anything. And I don't even use the normal wand for the concealer because it's super big actually. I just kind of scrape the excess off and then I dip a smaller brush in that stuff that I just scraped off the big brush. And I usually use a tiny, tiny brush just to conceal those. And I do it just enough that I don't have to blend it out too much. And I just kind of brush it with the skin and it blends it out. So I didn't have to blend it out. I can tap it a little bit and it's gone. I just conceal the inner edges because the outer ones are actually looking pretty good. Okay. Okay, now that those are done, I can start out with my eyeshadow. And actually I'm gonna do my contour first. I have like a specific way I do it. I'm super weird with makeup. I do contour though first. And then I have two separate brushes for contour and highlight. And I'm using literally a cheap BYS contour trio, but it works miracles for my skin, so. Looks pretty good. Okay. I just have to blend it out. And I tend to blend it out with my hairline too, so it looks like it's naturally like coming into like that face structure. Like that. I don't want to get it too dark because I want it to look natural too. There we go. Now I go in with my other one. It's so hard to get the same thing on each side. Okay, that's looking good. I love that. Okay, now that that contour is done, I literally only do my cheekbones, mainly for the reason, look at my nose is already contoured like pretty well. Like all I do is put highlight on it and it turns out amazing. Let me do my highlight real quick. And for the highlight, it's broke, so I don't want to pick it up too much. It's by Japanesque Highlight. It is from Salon Centric, and it's where professional beauticians go to get like hair product and everything. So I love getting makeup from there because their makeup is absolutely skin friendly and it turns out amazing. So, and their highlight isn't too strong. Like you can just put a little bit on and it shears out your face. Like that. Like this is nothing. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oh, never mind. I got it. Okay. I usually put a lighter powder on, and I'm going to do that real quick before I put any more highlight on. I usually go in with like a white powder to go underneath my eyes. And since I didn't have that much highlight on at like right away, like it looks like it's highlighted on both sides, mainly for the camera, but I'm going to just do the powder on each side of my eyes. And I go over everything I've concealed with a lighter color with that white powder because it helps kind of mineralize it out and to give it that skin look before I put on that highlight. And so it's not like oil and then highlight, because that's a bad combination. Let's just admit that. Okay. Now I'm going to go with my highlight. And see, it pops it a lot more when I have that lighter color underneath. So my favorite part of my makeup routine is highlight and contour. I love sculpting out my face and giving it a natural lift with the little bit of contour that I do. And yeah, I love highlight. And I like getting like that frame of the face too, so when I highlight, I go up and then I go over. So, okay. Now I contour my nose next. And some people do like a disco ball nose, like James Charles does like a disco ball nose. I just do like through the tip all over, and I just kind of bring it down. I want to learn how to do that disco ball nose, but I don't know if I want to try that though at the same time. So, and another part of my face that I love highlighting is my Cupid's bow. If for those of you who didn't know about that, I feel like a lot of you do who are really into makeup. If you highlight your Cupid's bow, it brings out your outer lip line so much. Hold on. It brings out that lip line. It makes it look like sharper and more concise and more like more dramatic, but more noticeable without like making it too noticeable. I don't know how to explain it. I just love doing the outer lip line of the top, because when you put lipstick on, that highlight is going to be snatched. Okay, now I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. I start out with a nude almost all the time when I do my eyeshadow. And I go in with a Profusion makeup palette. This is my first ever one, but I usually use it only for nudes because it's nude colors. So let me go in with a nude, 3 nude colors. And I love to just gonna coat it on because it gives my eyelids a bit of a color. And I totally forgot my eye primer. I'll have to do that another time. But an eye primer helps your eyeshadow stay on a little bit longer. And I can just kind of keep reapplying if I need to, so. And so like you want it like evenly distributed, and you want to kind of soften up this outer part too, because that can get a little bit dark. So you soften that out so it looks like it's a shadow, you know? So I'm going to go in with the other eye. I've seen these like crazy like makeup looks recently on like Instagram or whatever, where their eyes are like not like on their eyes, like they do a little bit, like they do multiple eyes on their face, and it's freaky shit. It's really freaky. Freaky stuff. And I wouldn't do that. I like more of like glams and everything. I can do makeup art, I just don't do it because I feel like it takes much time, and I really have barely any time to do anything really crazy with my face. Okay, so now I got the eyeshadow on. I'm gonna be doing more of like an orange fiery like eyeshadow today. So I'm gonna go in with this palette again because it has some warmer colors. I'm gonna start like outlining, like kind of framing that crease in my face or my eyes. Where's my brush? Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with like a shade like this. It's like a really dark red, and it's, yeah, that one. I'm gonna do this one in a little bit of orange. I'm just gonna apply that to the outer corners of my eyes, and it looks really good with like the crease. I'm doing a cut crease for those of you who didn't know. So I don't know if I said that, but I'm gonna be doing a cut crease today. And I go in with blending that out too, because that strong shadow tends to like have some clumps in it, and then I go in with it again. And I'm gonna try with a bigger brush, like a bigger blending brush, to apply it. There we go. It's kind of getting darker now. Now I'm gonna go in with that other eye, and I feel like it's harder to get like both eyes even, but I try to like eye it out. Like it's never the same, like unless you have like a similar, like if you have like a reflection, it would be easier to like do like the same eye if it is on the same side. Like the hand movements are a little different on each eye, so you kind of have to just kind of wing it out. And I tend to like put, like I said, when I do the cut crease, I put concealer on the inner corner, so it kind of looks like the same after it's all said and done. Holy cow, I'm loving this orange. Why is this more orange and this is more red? I don't know. Let me try this. If you hear music in the background, I live right across the street from like a church station or a church, and so their bells ring every day at 8 o'clock, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Okay. Now that I got this kind of all set up, I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette, the Boss Mood Artistry palette. It's a smaller version, kind of like the Dare to Create, but with more bold colors. Like I love this palette. I barely use it though anymore. But I'm gonna do in with some sparkly like I like a sparkly like glittery orange on my outer, like actually in the middle of my lid before I blend it out. I'm gonna do which I should probably start with some concealer. Yeah, I'm gonna start with some concealer to start that cut crease process, and then it'll kind of transpire from there. Okay. Okay, what the heck is happening here? Okay, I got that concealer on to start out with that cut crease. I'm gonna go in and just kind of dab a little bit that extra off. Okay, so this is what it's starting like. Some people said I look like I have cat eyes. I do not see it when I close my eyes. Like I did a purple yesterday. They said I look like I had cat eyes like right here. I don't see it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with like a more of a sheer inner corner color, but I'm gonna start with that orange. Trying to blend this out a little bit more, just a little bit, so it doesn't like take on concealer more than eyeshadow. Okay, now that I can have that base like cut crease out, I'm gonna go in with an orange from the Boss Mood Artistry, and it's gonna be in this shade. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's not the matte one. It's like a sheer, and I love how it like looks. I'm gonna go in the inner corner. So it looks like that, and I'm gonna blend it out a little bit more. I feel like I should play some music, but I don't have my speakers out here. I feel like it's so dull without music. Okay. There we go. That's like the start of it. I love doing pinks usually, so I never really do orange. So this is like an orange look that I'm trying just for the fun of it. I'm kind of liking it though so far. I never really do orange, so or blue. I never really do blue or orange on a daily basis, so I thought it would kind of be fun to try something new out for a YouTube video. And I'm loving this lighting because it's getting lighter. It was like really early, like when I first started the video. So it's kind of been lightening up in the room, and natural light hits. Oh my gosh, all makeup is on. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a sheer color, a lighter like a highlight color It's going to be this one. It's almost out because I use that a whole lot when I do cut creases. And I'm going to clean this brush off and use the same one for the highlight. Okay. So it kind of, oh my gosh, what's happening here? So it kind of looks like that from like far away. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit more. Why isn't it like not looking like it's blended right here? So the orange is like an underlay for it. An underlay like kind of like shadow for the lighter color. And you just kind of blend that together. Let me get more color on it. I love, see, look at that. It kind of gives that, like, that fade, that natural fade of, like, that orange from that, like, lighter color. So... And I'm sorry if I'm not talking during my eyeshadow because I feel like I can't, like, multitask when I do this. Okay. So it kind of looks like that. I love how it's turning out. Let me get more of a darker. I'm gonna go in with like a darker like pink now in the outer corner. I'm gonna try something just a little bit. I'm gonna go in with like this like maroon like pink right here. It's a darker pink, but it's gonna help like just. I'm gonna literally just dab it in there, blow the excess off, and just kind of fill in that crease. It gives it a darker look, and I love that. Okay, let me just dab it a little bit for this side. Like that. It gives that like that more intense shadow, if you will. And I try to go around the highlight too because I like that like sharp edge. But I love how that's looking. Got a model for the camera real quick. Okay, so like I said, I got my brows, my eyeshadow, and everything done. I'm gonna go in with some winged liner because I feel like I have an idea of what I want to do for that. Where is it at? Okay, got it. I have concealer. I have like my mascaras in here too, so I mixed it up with that. And I have like a CoverGirl eyeliner, but it's kind of, it's not like the name's not there anymore because I hold it so much that the name just kind of wore off. So let me do some wings. I used to be really bad at wings too. Like when I did my first wing, I did, and it covers up my whole like eyelid almost. It looks so bad. Yes, I feel like I should have music in here. I'm gonna do that my next YouTube video. When I do makeup next, I'm gonna have to have some music in here. I cannot, like, it's so bare. I feel like I'm not talking enough, but I feel like I am at the same time. Like, I don't want to talk your guys' ear off and be like, okay, I'm not watching this anymore. Okay, now that wing is done, that can slice a bitch. Okay, so now for the other eye. And I'm gonna put some mascara on after so it'll look really good. I love mascara. Oh my gosh, I love how that wing turned out. It's always good when you're proud of that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna thicken up the inner corners just a little bit. So this is with the wings before my mascara. What the heck is wrong with my hands? Black. Got that natural shadow. My liner is on. Now for my mascara. I'm just gonna do some lipstick too, but I might not do that today. I might. I don't know. I can't find my nude lipsticks or lipsticks with anything. So for my mascara, I go in with the Unique Moodstruck Waterproof Mascara, mainly for the reason it doesn't smear throughout the day, and it's a really big pain to get off, honestly. But it stays on through the whole day, and it kind of stays on through the whole night when you sleep. I sleep with it on sometimes by accident, not on purpose, but it works a lot better than like the normal mascara that smears off whenever your eyes water or something, which absolutely annoys me. Okay. And I'm gonna have to put some fibers on there too to make them stick. And I go right after, like when I do fibers, I do right after like that mascara because then they can dry on with the lashes. Do my bottom one, sorry. I'm off camera for a second. There we go. And I know it looks like nothing's there, but with those extensions or microfibers on there, it's gonna look a whole lot better. And I do them only on my top because I don't like the bottom ones to be that like noticeable. Oh my gosh, what happened to this? It looks like I have falsies on though, like from the side. Like those look like falsies. I have nothing on like falsies, so they pop up my lashes a whole lot more than regular, which I absolutely love them. My lashes are long, but they're not like as thick, So like those microfibers help a lot in the long run. Okay, so I'm finishing with my mascara on the other side. Okay, now that top is going. Okay, now I got that mascara on. Now I'm gonna do those fibers on the other side to make my lashes pop a little bit more. I might just put a little bit on the bottom. Now that's what they look like when it's all like fibered up. With no falsies though. They're so thick. Okay. So I think this is my finished look. Actually, I love doing these kinds of looks all day. I do these a lot for school. If not, I just do like one base coat or whatever of eyeshadow. But yeah, I really thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if I should do more makeup videos. And if so, I need, if you guys would just give me some ideas or whatever, you guys can feel free to request makeup looks or whatever. I'm going to try to get some more products for this because I'm going to try to go live, or not live. I'm going to go try to go on YouTube for more for makeup, but keep my singing and music at the same time. So I thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys give me already. And I will see you guys soon in my next YouTube video, whether it's for singing or for makeup. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.